Hey guys, so this is Season 2 exhibition, Round 1 of Nations Cup in the GR Yaris 2020. So I quite love this car, it's no secret that I do enjoy it. So I was very grateful and quite happy to be driving it for the first round of Nations. Something I'm quite comfortable with. Driven it before in Clan Fever's race prior to this, so I was pretty confident with it. One thing I did forget, and I stuffed up the settings, is I had traction control on. You see, I qualified 5th, quite lucky with that. I'm not sure how I managed that, considering the field I was in. Thirsty ho, obviously. I was in great company, you know, great drivers already, so I managed to put it 5th, thankfully. Unfortunately, like I touched on before, I left traction control on, so that is a big no-no in this car, is what I found out. In Clan Fever's race, Hamish and I, my teammate, we had discussed it and trialed it out. Don't leave traction control on. If there's anything I can advise you with this car is don't leave it on. I fucked up, I made a mistake, left it on, and I paid the price, as you'll see later on, and I think you've seen in the posts as well. It really slowed me down. It made the corners slower than it needed to be. I was braking into the corner, trying to carry much more speed through it because it's four-wheel drive, so I should have a better exit. But that traction control really stuffed me up, and I only clicked onto it towards the end of the race, and it was too late. So you'll see I struggled through this race, unfortunately. Qualified 5th, finished 9th. Not my proudest moment, not sure if you can tell. Very disappointed, unfortunately. But I'll wear that. That's my fault. No one hit me, no one made me go wide. I did it to myself. So that's something I've got to take on the chin, basically. So qualified 5th, as I said before. You'll see I do get a good start. Not as good as a start as I thought I did get, surprisingly. Because you'll see I get jumped and get pressured on really early, surprisingly. It caught me off guard just how quick the back markers were. Here I'm thinking 5th place, yeah, cool. I'll have a good start. No, I thought I did get a good start, and I was making good progress. You see Datto pull off to the side there, because he got a flying start. You'll see Dan 888 and Thirsty Ho actually get an even better start, and they pressure me right from the get-go. You see Rugsworth on my right-hand side. I'm taking the inside line, but he's just got better traction. Like I said, the traction control was really stuffing me up. Thirsty Ho, I can't say his name without laughing. Thirsty Ho on the inside, he got a better line. And he's getting the tow from Rugworth, so again, I was stuffed. I've left out on my own. Trying to hold the inside line. Rugworth makes contact. I tap him a little bit, and Thirsty Ho just finishes him off. Unfortunately, Dan 888 coming in on the outside there to get in on the mix, and both of them run down the inside. I was pushed wide. I didn't have a choice. I covered off Dan, but that lost me to Thirsty and Rugworth, as you'll see there. So I lost a couple spots. Dan got a better exit than me, and he took over. So coming down this second straight, it's quicker with the tow. I'm surprised at how quick the tow was. You see I sent it down the inside of Dan. I knew I had the tyres, I knew I had the brakes, and I was quite confident with the car, so I trusted it. Rugsworth sent it too far, he actually went off track, so he sent it too hard. So I'm back to 5th, back to where I started. I was quite happy, quite chilling, very cool with my tyre strategy. No stop, make it last, be easy on the tyres. As you'll see, it just fell apart from about lap 5 to 6 onwards. So the initial strategy was no stop, but I couldn't make it last. So that's down on me. I'm usually better on tyres, but clearly not. Traction control really did hurt with this car, unfortunately. So you'll see Dan and Brennan get a really good tow off me. So all I could do was cover the inside, trying to cover whoever was brave enough to dive down the inside. You see Dan jumped Brennan, so he gets up on my gearbox for a little bit. And through the race, it was basically keep an eye on Dan, Peppers, and I think Smooth Trail were the three that really caused me a bit of grief. Amazing drivers. They only caused me grief because they were good. I was a lot worse on this track than I thought I would be. Had a little more confidence than I should have. But these guys just drove exceptionally well. You'll see the battle with Dan. He's amazing. He had amazing pace. You'll see Peppers coming through from the back there, and he was just all over my bumper. He was crazy. So enjoy the battles. I'll be back when I need to, probably on the end, where I tell you where I stuffed up. but enjoy it. It's 13 laps of pure carnage, basically. So hopefully I put on a good show for you guys. Thank you. So you'll notice I have WJF for company. He's all over my back bumper, and this is what I meant with traction control, just killing my speed basically. I knew I should have more pace through these corners, and obviously I was carrying more speed. I had the lines right, well, sort of, and I just couldn't figure out why I was losing ground to the first 3, 4, 5th place, and yet 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th were all catching me up, regardless of what I was doing. So the traction control really did hurt, but obviously I didn't notice this until it was too late. What happens is if you don't reset it in the default menu, it will put you back to what you had your traction control on before that. So in practice, in qualifying, I had it at 0, because you're not meant to use traction control with this car. It works better without it. And then come race day, once I'm into the race, it's back to 2, and obviously I didn't notice that. So you'll see I get a good last sector, last corner exit. Watch that and maybe re-watch it, because that's the only time I get a good exit. That last corner really killed me, and it's what ruined, in my opinion, the race at the end. So that's the only time you're going to see me do that corner very well. So unfortunately, it pains me, but that's what it is. So I was trying my hardest to make ground up to Sim and OGR and things like that. But for the life of me, the tires were dying, and I just couldn't figure out why I was losing so much speed in the corners. In the entry, I was fine. Corner entry was fine. Corner exit, sort of okay, but just mid-corner, I just lost so much speed. It was unbelievable. You'll see Dan AAA making up huge ground after that little off-road experience. So it came to bit me in the butt that I didn't notice this sooner, but you know, lesson learned, and I'll be going over these things and be more aware in the next race. I got 85 points, so I'm quite happy with it. I just checked back in season 1, round 1, I opened the account with 97 points, so Kind of wish I matched that, but 85, I'll walk away with it and be happy. So just keep watching, and I will be back with a little bit more later on. Thank you. So Peppers comes into the battle. He was a little bit more touchy-feely than I was used to, but again, we didn't really affect each other's race, so it was okay. He got the elbows out, and when I noticed that, I got my elbows out, so I was like, okay, fair is fair. If you're going to be giving me a little bit of a bump draft and things like that, well, I'm going to close the door on you pretty hard if you try the inside, or the outside actually, whichever line you're going to take. I'm going to do my best to defend it, and you can see there I'm closing everything off as quick as I can, brake late, covering that inside line. I'm not giving it up. He gets a better run, but you'll see I stick to the inside, and because we're playing argy-bargy, I was like, well, fair is fair, I'm going to give it to you as good as you give it to me. So you'll see there, I close the door again, give him a bit of a love tap, and Thirsty Ho comes back into the fray as well, but Peppers and I go on for ages. You'll see I run wide there, tires were dying. I'm looking at it going, look, I need to make this no stop last, but I'm getting pressured already. I didn't have a big enough gap to make this no stop last. I was not far enough ahead that I could coast. So in my head I was like, look, I've thrown this away because this no stop is never going to work, and if I keep trying to make it on these tires, I'm just going to get past. I'm going to be a sitting duck. So come next lap, I made the decision to pit. As Thirsty Ho runs wide, I made the decision to pit, and that was a smart decision. I'll live with that. That I'll wear. The fresher tires actually did help me attack a lot harder, a lot better, a lot cleaner than I thought I would. I made up places very quickly. But again, that last corner on the last lap really hurt. So enjoy the rest of it. It gets a bit exciting after the pit stop, and I'll be back for that last corner mishap. Thanks, guys. So here we are on the final lap. I'm tangling with the 3 guys that I really didn't want to be battling with. Smooth Trail already jumped ahead of me, so that's fine. I had Peppers and Datto pressuring me. And on the last lap, this is not what I wanted because the tyres were dead, and I just really needed to hold on to 7th at that point. But unfortunately, I was just losing too much pace, and I was just grasping at straws, really, just trying to make it work. Smooth Trail got ahead of me, so you'll see I send it down the inside because I got a good toe, nothing to lose, close the door as quick as I can, and just take back 7th place. So I sent it down the inside, hit it heavy on the brakes, made the corner, got a good exit actually, and actually just made that whole move stick. But you see, because of that, I run too wide on the next left. I actually missed the apex here. As you see, I run too wide and that throws me off. So I go off-road for a little bit, slows me down, lets these guys catch me up. I cover the inside like an idiot for no reason. Lose all my speed, lose the momentum. These guys go wide, carry more speed through it, and just basically swarm me. And so I finished 9th, unfortunately, regardless of the toe that I tried to get off Smooth Trail. But that's what it is, 9th place with 85 points. So hopefully that was enjoyable. It wasn't for me, but I hope it was for you guys. Thank you for watching, and if you like the contents, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, bye.